Vamos a ir con nuestro periplo. Nuestro periplo. Ups. A ver. Ahí. Vamos. Continuamos. Un momento que me abra mi gazpacho. Yo estaba aquí en mi cocina, tengo sueño. Madre mía, qué bueno el gazpacho. Esto es lo mejor que hay. A ver. Vámonos. Mucha sensibilidad. Demasiado. Robar. Soy muy partidario de robar. Yo los FPS van malamente. Tengo muchas cosas abiertas ahora. Uf. ¿Qué pasa? ¡Me duermo! ¡Me duermo! Uy, quiero una cama.
Good evening.
Buenas tardes.
Where's that chamber for me to sleep?
Evans, are you still confused after what happened to you? It's in the lodge in the courtyard.
Thank you.
En el pabellón del patio. A ver si llego.
If
Bueno,
I
ya que
needed some
estamos.
food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
Comercial.
I'd like to buy something from you.
Of
Que no
course,
sé.
lad.
Capaz hay que vender. Pagala. Vender leche mía. Yo tengo. Mi riqueza es 0,1. Está bien la cosa. Vale, vale. Si no, no voy a poder comprar nada. Entonces, pues fuera. Y vender. Eso sí, le puedo vender mis cosas en peor estado. Que esto se ordena por estado. Aquí. El pollo. Madre mía, si no me dan nada por nada. 0,1. Anda ya. Para eso te lo he hecho a la cazuela. Ah, no puedo. Que me duermo. Vámonos al pabellón. Hola amiga, y luego si eso hablo contigo. ¿Qué pabellón? ¿Pabellón? ¿Dónde está eso? Ah, aquí a lo mejor me lo pone en el mapa. El A. No, no. Ah, es que estamos aquí. Ir al pabellón y dormir. Vale, vale, vale. ¿Y yo dónde estaba? Es que no me ubico, ¿vale? Que no me diga dónde está. Oh, tengo que venir para... A lo mejor yo... No, pues es inexplorado. Yo creo que estoy en este patio. Pero claro, no me la duermo. Ah, para allá, para allá. Dios, este es la palma, aunque no está, se podría llenar más la barra. ¿Ves aquí? Es aquí, tiene la pinta. Corre. Me van malamente. Joder. Privada, privada nada. Ahora me va mejor de pronto. Perfecto. Dice más. Tengo el sueño, guardia. No paso de pegar aquí a lo loco. Esto no es privado, ¿no? ¡Sí, es privado! ¡Me voy, me voy, me voy! Perdón. ¿Dónde? Dios santo. Yo le voy a echar 100 horas a este juego, nada más que para... 100 horas buscando cosas. No puedo correr mientras ahora estoy sobrecargado. ¿Por qué? Será porque me bajan la estadística. Vale, vale. Aquí hay mucho pabellón. No sé si estoy pasando por encima, ¿eh? Esto no creo que sea el sitio de dormir, ¿no? Oh, oh. Paso de robar con tanto sueño. Que sí que te va a dormir. Pues estás por otro lado. Madre mía. Esto es la serie más divertida de la historia. Ay, todavía sigo borracho. Sí que le dura la borrachera. Me gusta. Claro, aquí habrá que guiarse también por el sol y toda la pesca. Para ver si está al norte, al sur, al este. El panadero me dice que está por ahí. Tendré que bajar. ¿Esto es privado? Me voy, me voy. Tampoco puedo saltar. Yo me duermo. Vale, es por abajo. Aquí no hay nadie, pero... No, me voy. Para allá no es, pues entonces por aquí. Por aquí. Yo me creo que es esto, donde se duerme. Venga. Sí, aquí no es privado. Una cama, esto es una cama. Hola, lugareño. Avanza para que me acueste yo, me la deja calentica. Gracias.
What do you want here? A bed or a cold
¿Cómo que no hay tiempo que... ¡Ay, que aquí no es! ¡Aquí no es! ¡No me pegáis!
What you doing?
Este es mi cuarto, no lo sabía, mi cama es mejor. Perdona. A ver, dormir. El más no sé qué es. Uy, le da el escape, pero es que quiero... Ah, no, el escape es ahí. Quiero ver qué es el más. Jugador. Ay, no se ve el efecto. Que me salía un más. Se ve que es cuando estoy sentado. Sí. Sienta. Venga, no te vas a dormir ahora, que todavía te queda. Aquí. Y. Punto de lectura. Ah, cuando estoy durmiendo... Hemos conseguido dormir. ¿Cuánto dormimos? Vamos a dormir. Son las 7. Joder, si dormimos 8 horas. ¿Por qué me sale marcado este? A las 9 que será de noche. Nos levantamos a las 3. Bueno, a las 5 que amanece, ¿no? 10 horas que aquí. Esto es como se me queda la saciedad. Y la energía. Uf. Vamos a intentar llevar un horario más decente. A las 5, a las 6, a las 7, está bien. Venga. 12 horas y me voy a quedar con la saciedad 8 a punto de palmarla, ¿no? ¿Me la juego? Me la juego. Vamos a echar la cinemática para el gazpacho. Duerme, muchacho.
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady. No, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady. Thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a sermon.
I was going to. But to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace, to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
Venga, contar la historia, pues claro que la voy a
Maybe
contar.
right, maybe. I'll tell you
Para
what
hacerlo más largo.
It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. The sword was taking shape when Sir Radzig himself came to have a look at it. He praised Father's work and said that with his smithing skills, he could easily make a living in Prague or Vienna.
You don't say.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz.
Siempre mataron a mi madre y a mi
Father
padre.
told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund's butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one human after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight, full armor, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening,
Yo elijo la
you thought
corona y el
of others
corazón
like a good
porque
Christian.
es lo que más puntos tengo. Pero vamos.
It was Teresa, the mill wench. She'd been caught by a gang of Cuman savages who planned to violate her.
Mentir, no la voy a mentir.
I wanted to help her. God knows I wanted to. Even though I had the sword we made for Sir Radzig, they had me outnumbered and they were well armed too.
Pues la podría
I
haber
only just
salvado.
managed to grab one of their horses and ride off. I couldn't help her any more than I could have helped my parents.
It wasn't your fault.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
It's terrible. How could something like that happen?
Por la avaricia de los
I don't know
señores.
why such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors he went through. I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband
Pues
once
creía que en el
more.
espacio se pasaba, pero
7
no.
years.
No.
And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And now, we're here.
My lady, you're still young. Beautiful. Your best years are still ahead of you.
Would that that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Ah, claro, soy de pesadilla.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Hombre, mi padre no me quiere enseñar a usar la espada, o sea que...
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
Tengo hambre.
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Pues yo tengo hambre. ¿Verdad? ¿Y qué dice esto? Algo de las pesadillas y de sobrecargado. Vale, vamos a... Pollo crudo no me lo voy a comer. Esto sí. Comer. Ya tengo menos hambre. Joder, qué bien. Pesadilla. Sanación. Pero ¿cómo se veía? Tengo atributos nuevos. Primer auxilio. Perfecto. Asceta. Estos que ya los tengo. Pero ¿por qué ahora no se me ven? Ah, Q, información. Ah, claro, no puedo poner más. 2 menos 2, claro, todo esto lo tengo por algún motivo, que es por los efectos. ¿Y qué me sale con punto? Me sale esto aquí como que tengo algo. Pero no lo pillo. Ah, baluarte. No lo pillo. Bueno, pues por ahora lo dejamos. Porque no lo pillo. Vamos a comer más. Y más col. Yo la verdad que tengo aquí un montón de... Aunque ya comiendo col. Vale, sigo sobrecargado. Y lo de la pesadilla... Joder, no que lo voy a dar pocas veces. Quiero decir... Esta agita y tus atributos se reducen temporalmente. Vale, cuando se me gaste la pesadilla. Tomar la antorcha de la mesa. La llevo. Forzar o abrir. Joder, me pillarán. Vámonos. Por cierto, ¿dónde tenemos que ir? Ir a la almena por la escalera de la puerta. ¿Será por ahí? No. Por la escalera de la puerta. No puedo correr mientras estoy sobrecargado. Que esto se me quitará la sobrecarga con... Ah, puedo mirar la hora, ¿no? Las 2 de la mañana. Claro, pues si no he descansado, ¿no? No pasa nada. Ah. Objetivo completado, ir al menos. Y hablar con el capitán Robert. ¿Será por aquí? No sé para dónde estoy mirando. Mira, ahora estoy mirando para la panadería. Y tengo que ir para la panadería. Pero por arriba, ¿verdad? Puede ser.
Jesus Christ be praised.
You know what's happening?
No. What about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with Sir Roebuck. Didn't he tell you anything?
No, nothing.
God be with you. Sworn to silence.
Espero que sea para acá, es para la panadería. Que si me está quedando hacia la izquierda es que voy ahora mismo por aquí. Es abajo. Joder. Bueno, vamos a ver si es por aquí. Tiendo la pinta, ¿no?
Hey, you men down there.
Sí.
Tell the people outside the walls to prepare for attack. Quickly, do you understand?
Vale, me bajan los FPS drásticamente. Es que tengo casa abierta. Ah.
What's going on?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talmud in the night? Especially since
Maybe it's not him.
No, mira, aquí se puede ir pasándolo.
the scouts Gibbs sent to Scarlet to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. It doesn't make
What else did they spy?
not much of anything. Before they could get close enough to shoot. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers. Well, anyway, we'll find...
Aye, well,
God be with you. Halt! Who goes there?
Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir Ansig. What a relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Dimish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzik, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either.
Esto no se
In a
puede
big
pasar.
hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talmberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
But sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talmberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Balding.
I've seen you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! Don't make right there now!
Men, tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you as always. And if I catch anyone boozing, playing dice or slacking off, I'll personally break every bone in his body. I want you to keep a close eye on everything nearby. Sigismund will surely have sent spies.
What is it you need?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I'll have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry. I'll tell the men to relieve you later. Farewell.
Yo que quería dormir. Vigilar las almenas, pero ¿con quién? ¿Con esto? Vamos a ver. No se me ve. Vigilar las almenas. ¿Estos son?
What the?
Jesus Christ be praised.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to flee the siege?
Thank the Lord.
Seems everyone...
Well, we were all expecting the worst. And the truth is, and come he will, of that I'm sure. I just hope we'll be as fortunate when we're face to face with that fucker. By the way, Henry...
Thank you.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Vale, este me va a enseñar. Anda, pues tiene que hablar con él. Yo descanso contra el muro. Esperar hasta la mañana. Claro, puedo esperar, ¿no? Puedo darle a esperar. Acelerar tiempo. si ya va a ser la mañana en 2 horas, ¿no? Bueno, el tiempo va pasando, pero no me voy a quedar ahí quieto. No, 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 aquí. Vamos a esperar hasta la mañana. Aquí mirando, ¿no? Por lo esta. ¿Te imaginas que me tiro? Uy. Alguien viene. ¿Ven a sustituirme?
Good health.
What do you think of...
Fortune smiled.
Just a shame.
Oh shit. And you know Sir Radzig?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him.
He must be a fine lord. Take such...
Surely all the lords...
Ah.
About Sedillish.
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from...
I see.
Good luck to you.
Sí, pero ¿y qué hago? Yo estoy aquí haciendo la guardia. Va a manchar de sangre. Algo se escucha. ¿Qué pasa? ¿Qué ocurrió? Y a las hermanas del patio de armas. Será por aquí, ¿no? Venga, yo sigo. Sin correr mucho, que te cansa y luego como haya que pelear la hemos cagado. Pero yo no tengo ni armadura ni casco. Ahí está el Sergi. Ahí está el Segimundo.
See how the self-appointed king wins the love and respect of his loyal subjects.
Indeed, Robard. Sigismund of Luxembourg has a rare talent for winning people over to his cause. You may be in for a surprise.
Hombre,
Don't think he will set his
es que si el
heathen
Segimundo el que quiere quitar es Arwenceslao, que por lo visto es un bala perdida.
That's the bastard who led the attack at Scarlet and killed my parents.
Don't be an idiot. Do you want to end up like them?
I am Sir Markvart von Aulitz.
Markvart von Aulitz.
Of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia, who has resolved to strike against those who disrupt concord in the land and to restore order in the name of his brother, King Wenceslaus IV.
Restore order by burning and pillaging the king's estates.
Greetings, Sir Markvart. The efforts of the king's brother to bring order to this chaotic land are undoubtedly noble. It seems to me, though, that he and his army have somewhat strayed. As Burgrave of Prague Castle, I am entirely beholden to the king, and here in Talmberg divine peace reigned until your arrival. To what then do we owe the honor of your visit?
Yesterday His Majesty took action against the enemy of the kingdom, Sir Radzig Kobyla, who has been using the silver from the Skalitz mine to fund insurrection against the crown. Unfortunately, the insurgent escaped. Would you happen to know, noble sir, where he might be at this time?
As far as I know, the Sir Radzig of which you speak is the king's hetman at Skalitz. I find it hard to imagine that he would rebel against our king. Nevertheless, I can assure you that Sir Radzig is not at Talmberg. He would be a fool indeed to flee from one castle, where he has little chance of defense, to another, where he has even less. Or do you take the view that my humble manner is any obstacle to your army.
Am I to inform the king's hand that Ratzik Kobila is not at Talmberg and that he has your loyalty?
Sir Radzik Kobil is not here, and I have no intentions of getting embroiled in affairs from which I have nothing to gain.
Very well, sir. As you wish. I will relay your words to the king in the hope he will be as well disposed as you seem to be.
Those who have clean consciences and goodwill may find themselves well disposed even at moments like this, when there is little cause for joy. Farewell, sir.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen. Atacan. Van a atacar. Eso que se van, creo. Sí. Ajá, he entendido la señal de la mano.
My lord, you have my utmost admiration.
Get on with you, Robard.
A robar, eso es lo que voy a hacer yo, robar mucho. Aquí. FPS implicado. Pues tengo que quitar. Bueno, ya. Por lo que voy a seguir jugando. Pero por la próxima tengo que hacer rastro. Pero es raro. Ahora, ¿qué tengo que hacer? Enterrar a tus escaños en escaleras, hablar con Sir Robert o ir a vuestro caballo al establo. Vale. Hablar con Sir Robert. Yo tengo que estar por... Ah, estoy por ahí. Bueno, y el Sir Robert, si estaba... Sir Robert, ya hablo con él.
God be with you.
So Robard, I need to get to...
What would you do there, lad? Sigismund might have left, but the place will be swamped with robber barons, brigands, deserters, and other...
So Robard, my parents died there. I can't leave them.
Sorry, lad, but I won't take orders. You'll have to wait until everything settles down, and maybe your lord will change his mind.
Why did Sigismund burn down Skalitz and then come here too?
That's war for you, lad. Certain lords have resolved to take things into their own hands and eliminate anyone who doesn't share their view. Unfortunately...
What happened in Kuttenberg?
Kuttenberg? Well, I'm just a simple soldier, but the good Lord gave me ears, and I've heard some things from Sir Divish.
Were there many?
Indeed. But it was the Kuttenberg mercenaries who came to see me, because I knew them.
I see.
Listen, lad, these are all games of the high aristocracy. In Prague, a cabal of nobles rebelled against King Wenceslas, wealthy aristocrats who took against our king for reasons of their own. There's no doubt Sigismund had his fingers in the whole...
So then why did Sigismund attack Kuttenberg?
Why do you think?
I suppose because it has a strategic position and good fortifications, so it can be used as a...
King Charles, may God grant him eternal glory, built Prague into a proper royal city, while King Wenceslas took a liking to Kuttenberg. After Prague, it's the most...
So Kuttenberg sided with Wenceslas because he favoured it?
Now you're starting to understand. When Sigismund imprisoned Wenceslas and took control of Prague, the people of Kuttenberg began to raise an army against him. So with the attack on Kuttenberg...
Where did these humans come?
I don't know much about them, only what the Chamberlain said. That they came to Hungary from the east and settled there. They're godless barbarians and merciless fighters. The nobles used to say the Hungarian king shouldn't enlist them, because they dishonor our rules of warfare. But when there's power and money to be had, and believe me, it's all...
No, ya me ha hablado con Sir Robert. Enterrar a mis seres queridos en Scalis. A por mi caballo y salir del castillo. Tengo que ir, pero aquí me dice... A por mi caballo y huir. ¿Dónde estará mi caballo? Vamos a ver el códice. Que hace ya que no lo leemos. Ya antigua estaba hecha de madera especialmente metal. Media también se usa el sistema de bloqueo de tapado, así con diseño más avanzado que línea giratoria, según lo lleva. Vale, cocinas. Vale. Vamos a seguir viendo cosas. A ver, ubicación. Kutna, hora. Soy una ciudad. Se hizo rica y tenía los mismos pedales. Lo tengo que haber puesto en alemán, en verdad, el juego. Pero ya está en inglés. Listo, ya le haremos más. Tengo que ir a por mi caballo. Ahora mismo no tengo signos de hambre ni nada de eso. Aunque, ¿por qué no vamos a comer? Antes de que el pollo... El pollo se va por ahí. Col. Ah, saciedad 102. A ver si me como el racol. Saciedad 118. Ah, estando más de 100. Pues bien, además tengo aquí 46 manzanas. Sí. A comer.
Good day to you.
Can you tell me who I can...
Aye. Whatever, the pond keeper is your man.
What do you think about...
It was a stroke of good luck. I know everyone's... That Sigismund is off. Take care now.
Una lugareña. Bueno, tengo que ir a por mi caballo. Me voy a ubicar. Ahora mismo tengo que estar por aquí, que es donde está la arena de combate. Para ir por allí tengo que ir por aquí. Pero ¿dónde estará mi caballo? Lugar inexplorado. Como estoy por aquí, me voy como para el medio. Hostia puta. Estoy por ahí mirando para allá. Hola, amigo. He descubierto un mercader. Ah, aquí el mercader.
Come back. Why would they?
Le puedo vender mis manzanas que se están pudriendo.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I need to get out.
And I need a feather bed with a comely wench in it.
My mother and father were left in Skalitz like carrion. I have to...
I'm sorry, my friend, but I can't. You'll have to persuade Sir Robard, or think something up so I don't end up in the shit for it. Otherwise, forget it.
What am I supposed to think?
How should I know? Maybe some disguise so I can... If a Talmberg soldier turns up, all kitted out properly...
Alright.
Necesito la armadura.
Is there someone here who trade...
Hungry, are you? You should go and see the cook. For anything else, you should see a fellow called Votava. But he can get you just a...
That business with Sigismund turned out well in the end, didn't it?
Aye, that was a good start. Now we need to drive him and his war horse.
Vale, pues creo que por ahora lo vamos a ir dejando. A los pollos no le voy a pegar, que luego... ¿Qué tengo que hacer? Ah, obtener armadura de taza en la casa de guardia que está sobre la puerta. Vale, eso es lo siguiente que tengo que hacer. Vale. Hombre, por ahí me podría ir. Vamos a ir para la zona. Aquí. ¿Y eso qué es lo del cerdo? Que estoy sucio, ¿verdad? Ya verás. Ah, comer en exceso. Puta madre. Son más difíciles de superar para tu cuerpo. Vale. No puedo comer en exceso tampoco. Privada. Pero tengo que robarlo. ¿Robar? Ya que estoy me llevo los dos. Pues claro. Voy todo sobrecargado, pero bueno, ahora veremos. ¿Puesto a robar esto? Oh. Venga, y esto que no se me da muy bien, lo de robar la cerradura. Tengo que pillar el punto que es por aquí. Tengo todo este punto, vale. Y le doy a la D para que la gira. Para acá. Vale. Vamos desde aquí. Bien. ¿Qué tenemos aquí? De todo. Y ahora nos vamos a ir a un comerciante. ¿Habrá alguien arriba? Me voy. Ya hemos robado. Hay que tener cuidado. Yo no estaba ahí. Vale. Vamos a ponernos nuestra armadura y nuestras movidas. Ahí me dice que he robado. Armadura corchada ligera. No, sí, ¿no? Equipar. Ah, equipar. Botas viejas. Coño, toda la de cosas que llevo. Cofia acolchada. Pero vamos a ver, me falta armadura acolchada ligera. Pues está. Pero vamos a ver. Me lo equipo. El bacinete. Yo voy como un guardia, ¿no? Algo tengo que llevar de pantalones, de tabardo, robado. Ah, el tabardo hay que ponérselo. Casaca, esto no pone que sea de... No. Pues yo creo que esto está ya. ¿Qué más hay que hacer? Correr, enterrar, ir a por vuestro caballo en el establo. ¿Y dónde está el establo? Madre mía, ahora busca el establo, papá. ¿Estará por aquí? ¿Estará por el otro lado? Espérate, espérate. Claro, ya estoy cruzando. Claro, y estoy sobrecargado. Vale, entonces vámonos a... Por aquí que hay un comerciante a venderle las cosas, que tengo demasiadas. Para acá. Claro, también estaré sobrecargado porque el comer en exceso me quitará... Ah, pues no. No sé qué puntuación me da lo de comer en exceso, pero... Pues nunca comer en exceso, que comes poco. Vale, por aquí no está mi caballo. Lugareño. Quiero un comerciante. ¿Esto es privado? No, no. Me voy. Que me he equivocado. Bueno, ¿y dónde le echa estaba el comerciante? Por ahí. Hola. Claro, eso me hará falta, ese vestido. Comer. No, no, comer, no. Hombre, por aquí no hay caballo. ¿Dónde estará mi caballo? ¿Y dónde estará el comerciante? A ver, si estoy mirando a la barra de pan desde aquí. Estoy más o menos aquí. El comerciante está aquí dentro. Está aquí. Pero no puedo entrar. Lugareño, lugareña. Aquí me dice que es propiedad privada. Podrá entrar por otro lado. Votaba. ¿Qué dice? Votaba. Comercial. No sé lo que quiero, venderte cosas. Vamos a empezar a venderte cosas. Vamos a ver, armadura acolchada ligera no. Eso que la llevo puesta. Botas viejas, tengo dos. Esta. ¿Me las puedo equipar? No. Botas viejas. Añadir a la cesta. Aceptar. Bufanda roja. Algo me hará. ¿Esto lo puedo girar? No. Vamos a vender esta y llevamos la otra. Y llevamos la elegante, así en P. No, vamos a quedarnos. Es que para qué quiero tantos pantalones. Vamos a venderla. Luego nos ponemos otra. Camisa verde, casaca de no sé qué. La vendemos. Esto, vamos a vender por lo menos 10 cebollas. 10. Vale, col no. Cuello de malla, no, que lo yo. ¿Esto qué quiere decir? Salud, vale, vale. Anda, el escudo, me lo puedo equipar, pero vamos a vender uno. ¿Puedo venderlo robar? Flecha, ganzúa, guantes, Hércules y su dieta, eso hay que ver lo que es. Ajá. Manzana. Tengo 46, pues vamos a vender de estas 20. Y por caso. La mitad. Poción de caléndula, ¿esto qué hace? Ah, pollo. Lo vendo. Sombrero de comerciante, me lo... Ahí se queda. ¿Cuánto me da? Consigo 22. Pues vamos a regar. A ver, ¿qué le puedo comprar? Carne seca. Olich, vino barato. Nada, mira esta. Regatear.
Let's have a word about the price.
Aye.
$23, ¿no? Vamos a bajar. Aquí me di 26.
What about this?
We're getting there. Just drop the price a bit more.
Ni para ti ni para mí, 25. Bueno, algo más ganamos, hay que regatear. Encima gano reputación. Y sigo con el peso. Por ahora no puedo correr, pues me quedo sin correr. Esto del peso... Vale, tengo que encontrar mi caballo, que por aquí no está. A ver qué hora es. Lo dejamos para otro momento. El caballo se acabó por hoy.